Oh, that didn't pan out perfectly, but okay. We'll get there. We will get there. All right, folks. What was I going to play this time? Let's start on this one. All right, get the game on, and yeah, same as always. Let's get cracking. Have I got the music on? Don't think I have. That's better. Thought it was a bit quiet. Hey, okay, how you doing? I'm doing fine here. Just, honestly, I'm just thinking to myself, right? I've had the gas man sort of, how do I phrase this? I've been up all day waiting for the gas man to come. Like, to give you this wide time slot. So I'm still sort of in that mindset of waiting, even though he's been. You know what I mean? You kind of mentally prepare yourself thinking, right, he could be here all day. Or he could be here at any point during the day. So I'm kind of relieved he came early enough. One of my pet peeves in life, the idea of, right, we're going to give you this, like, 8-hour time slot. It's always nice when they say, right, we're coming, like, between 8 and 9. At least then you know, right, hour slot, let's go. I'm doing alright besides, though. Hope you're doing alright as well. We've got Osprey lurking. I didn't actually say it properly, but hello there, Osprey. Ugh. So I haven't actually planned my GAs today. I was a little bit sloppy with that, to be fair. Last night I did, like, doubt them a little bit, but I didn't do more than, like, a base search, which really, I don't know why I didn't. Alright, I want to just mention something about the DC for Aphra. That's what my typing was about then. I'm really intrigued into what the Chrom will be capable of besides just being more consistent at taking down Jabba. I mean, I haven't taken my Jabba off defense yet, purely because unless I'm facing Whale Kraken sorts, no one's going to have that Chron yet. So, and if they do, then fair play, you've put the effort in, so like it's just like a penalisation for me being a bit lazy. But yeah, I look and I think, I'm curious what it's able to beat that isn't Jabba. Because you'd hope that with all the additions to the Chron, it's got some added ability, shall we say. It'd be a shame if it's just essentially making it more consistent, because we've had that in DCs before. I'm gonna put some effort into the Great Mothers team on here at some point. I feel like right now it just can't be a priority, but I do need to bump it up a little bit. I'm actually holding on to my crons, on my my episode currency here. I don't really feel like I would benefit from any of these crons because Dabba Bulba, I do have a Relic 7, but Fennec's only Tier 8 right now. Aphra, I haven't got unlocked. Hera is the only Relic member of her team, and I don't have a Relic in the Zalbar group. So it just feels like a bit of a rough set. But I'll keep my eyes open just in case something changes my mind. You know, I've got the currency, I'm not planning on spending it. And we're going for Apple. I'm not, like, doing anything crazy on him, but I am going to push the game as quick as I can because him and the Darkside clones are going to be good for Lord Vader. So, well, that and the raid, but Lord Vader, I think, is, like, my priority goal with it all. I think with the new Bad Batch, that is definitely something I'm working on for the raid. And we know that Apo and the clones will be in the raid as well, but I feel like the Bad Batch will kind of fade a little bit, whereas the Darkside clones at least will have a long-term home eventually. So that's kind of where my head is. I'm thinking, let's make sure that we do get them done. I mean, I've only gotten 4 stars while we're at Gear 9. That's the one without car attack. I haven't applied Zetas yet, just for the fact that I'm hoarding a little bit, but when he's built a bit, we can start applying them. I've got Jabba in my mind here. That's the short-term goal. I'm trying to also finish these as well. Like I've just got to do Daka. I've got to get Third Sister up to Rallic and Night Sister Zombie. I want to try and get these little pet projects done, because especially with the free-to-play account, it's something that I don't always find time to do. You know, like, I have to sort of pick and choose when I do these little side projects. And in reality, it's 1, 2, 3, and if we're counting bays 4, you know, it's not that bad. And then I can do shard farming for this lot, whilst I'm building up the cartel. So there's a little bit of a plan here. Doesn't look that great when you're looking at this though. Jabba, essentially, I would just mod him for speed, and I think I've done health on my main. I don't think it was anything crazy. Might be potency, but I'm doubting myself. I don't think it was anything too drastic. Yeah, speed and health. Although I'm surprised he got a health arrow. I think that is probably a mismod on my part. Yeah, he's not like a crazy modding for health guy. But yeah, you could probably afford to put speed arrow on. Bump him up a bit more. I'm intrigued there. Thing is, right, and this mod has been popping up on my roster quite a few times lately. And it's not because it's got decent speed for a health primary. But it means that every character, if I'm not specifying a speed arrow, is trying to claim it. Like, I'd rather see at it. Actually, that wasn't bad either. 27 speed. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing, isn't it? He doesn't need anything too specific. I mean, it's why I'm surprised that I've actually got health primary. Because, you know, speed should be the main goal. I feel like if I get Jabba done, I can then focus on this Bad Batch group and then the Darkside clones. I don't know if I go straight into Mace and all that lot, but with it being raid related, I probably will. Yeah, it feels a bit awkward. I know on my main account I've said I will go down that road. I just don't know if I prioritize it ahead of other things. It's like I've got General Syndulla and Padawan Sabine at Gear 12 on my main now. And I'm just working on getting Hu Yang to 12. So it feels like I'm getting a few of those Ahsoka Rex closer. But I know that those R9s are going to be costly. That thing of do I bite the bullet, get that done, and then loop back to Lord Vader. Either way, I've got a bunch of costly relics. Yeah, Speedy Slimy Slug. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's better than if you got the Smuggler Cron and it was let me get this right, a Speedy Evadey Slimy Slug. Yeah, again, health isn't a bad secondary to target. I mean, you don't want him dying to one Padawan Obi-Wan AoE. think my dog's just farted under the desk. Right. I think I'm gonna have to add some tunes to my, like, What Your Teals compare as well. Wouldn't mind having things like Apple on there, just so I know if they've found the cron or not. Hey up, Ada, how you doing? Is that a Lunar Snow? Sorry, I can't see the emote. I'm trying to hover over it and my thing just doesn't tell me what it is. Oh, is it Emma Frost Day tomorrow? Hey, nice one. I thought it might be with the hair pattern. Yeah, I know I can add it. I've been forgetful and I haven't done it. Like, we've got the Great Mothers and Luthien there as my secondary ones right now. But I feel like they've become less of something to look for, you know. It almost feels like everyone's got them. That's certainly a wide variety. Are they your own, or have you got like a sub with a streamer who's got a load of them? Oh, nice. You look really good. There we go, I can actually see them now. Oh, I can see the little labels anyway. I can see Lady Ada Gasp. Wow. Flower. Laugh. Yeah. Alright, good. I've said it a few times already, but this is the only thing that's bugging me about the marquee structure now. That ships just seem to be something that they've got to dedicate time to. You know, like before it was like, oh yeah, they might just do a random ship release. Or they might do built out Leviathan, they do like one or two in a row, but it really feels like now if they're going to do ships, they're going to be like a full season of ships. Or full era. It's not like the worst thing, but you just look at it and you go, we're going to need ship updates soon. And the only reason I say we need like updates, like they can't just do a ship in a like character era. It just feels like we need like a whole new fleet. You know, I don't think what we need is something that can just be added easily. I mean, maybe if they went down the Separatist route, they could do Count Dooku's Solar Sailor. I don't really know what else they could add off the top of my head other than maybe a Buzz Droid or something. Not a Buzz Droid, is it a Tri-Fighter? But yeah, other than that, I'm kind of stumped for ideas. Sars Ventress, if you had a ship, maybe that. Yeah, it's just one of those where you look and you go, it's not like it's impossible for them to add them into a character era, it's just maybe it would be easier if they just did it like an era with ships in it. They could then do multiple fleets at the same time. They could do, like I've just said, a few Separatists. They could do maybe a few... Honestly, I think if I was to choose, I'd say a few First Order, just to buff that up. Or, you know, I'm saying this just to supplement what we've already got, but ideally they could bring a whole new faction in. I mean, I know people were talking about a Mandalorian fleet before, and I'm thinking that'd be kind of cool, but... yeah, that's going to take up a whole load of time, surely. I mean, I don't know enough about some of the Mandalorians, but I imagine you can give Alph on the ship. Although I've got to say, if Padawan Sabine did get Soka's ship, oh, that'd be tasty. I mean, she was a pilot, so I could believe that they would go down that line. But yeah, it'd be an interesting way of saying we can't give a Galactic Legend a ship. Or we don't want to. Maybe Hu Yang could be the co-pilot. Just thinking as well, epic confrontation characters, none of them have had a ship yet. It's only 4, but when you think Gas and Malik have been out for some time, they have been requirements. But they haven't actually been required, like, as part of a fleet. I think that might be why it's a surprise in some ways that Gas hasn't had some form of ship of his own. But maybe it's because it'd be, like, very powerful. You know, you've got to go through the effort of unlocking the character. Though, yeah, the ship itself has got to match it almost. Ooh, yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, I've been like that myself a bit, T-Max. A few rounds lately, I've been looking at what I've got left, and I'm like, I'm sure once last week, I did have a Galactic Legend unused. And I think it might have been C, and I'm thinking, that just should not be happening. I mean, he isn't like the best Galactic Legend right now when he's not paired with Bane, but yeah, I shouldn't be leaving him behind like that. But sometimes you just can't find a clean counter for him. Yeah, well, if you can afford to do it like that, that is pretty impressive. You know, you don't actually need these things. You're obviously putting up enough of a problem on defense without them, you know. Hey up, Freddy, how you doing? I'll be honest, I just got prompted to have a think about how my defense got on last round. Looks like Sky Guy howled for me. Wow, it was against CLS as well. I mean, I'll take that, but that could either be a misplay or the Crom did some work, but either way, I'll take that. Although that feels a bit overkill. Maybe you guys could contradict me, but using Karth with Zalbar Army to take down a solo Gas, that feels a bit overkill. You had a bizarre matchup. The guy had a Revan team with what? That is a bit weird. We're talking Darth Revan or Jedi Knight? Alright, I wasn't sure. I hadn't seen it 40. Yeah, that is pretty solid, T-Max. Darth Revan. It's a bit odd, that, yeah. I mean, maybe they would try and force a taunt or something, but there's no guarantee what's that smart. I mean, I say that because if Malik's in the team, I'm pretty sure Watt would put tank tech on Malik, even though he prefers the health pack. So it kind of goes very screwy straight away. Yeah, I can't say I get that one. I mean, I can't say I get it anyway, or because I put Watt there myself, but yeah, a bit odd. Alright, that's good to see. They lost against Jabba twice. Feels like these counters are pretty straightforward now. Oh, hang on, saying that, this is me. I forgot that I dropped. Oops. Alright, I was looking at this and then I switched pages, didn't I? I was curious where else they dropped, but I don't think they did. No, they were pretty efficient elsewhere. You're loving this gas with cracks counter for Queenie, saves a better team for elsewhere. I have not seen that, but that's good to know. I mean, I knew gas had got viability against Queen Amidala, but I didn't know cracks improved it. Plus, I've been seeing Gungans a bit lately, so I feel like having cracks for Phoenix still is handy for me. But saying that, if you don't need that, then obviously cracks has got a lot of good ohms. Yeah, it's such a weird one. I know that point that you're talking about, Freddy. It's like I had subpar clones for a while, and I was thinking, right, I'll just put gas with like Jedi Master Luke or whoever you've got as a Jedi leader at that point. And he does a job there, you know, he's certainly a very capable Jedi, but it's a shame that he can't do what he's best at until you've got the clones built up. Yeah, that's nice and solid, that T-Max. I mean, it certainly gives you that flexibility with Bane. Yeah, I could definitely see why that would be good. I mean, I'm trying to remember how it works exactly, but isn't there an interaction where if you use JML's coin ability on gas, you'll get a double tap or something? I might be getting confused with DB or something there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I can't remember if it was with gas, when you're in control of gas, or if you use it on gas. Yeah, he's quite flexible. I think at one point I was using him with Padme way back when as well. Probably still works with Queen Amidala as well. Actually, that'd be kind of kooky if gas could somehow disrupt a gas team. I doubt it, but it would be kooky. Yeah, that's the kind of interaction I like Osprey, when you can just reprop the special. Yeah, for sure, the remodding can be a pain, Fred. I mean, I feel like I'll say that, both my accounts have got Raver now, so hopefully I'll be able to do Raver with Raver this coming TV on both, but either way, once you've got it done, it's a big weight off your mind. I mean, the only one I have to remod for now is the Akal mission. Alright, I'm alright parking here. Oh, I forgot to do that. We're going to have a very slow transition here, folks. I've just had a look. I'm 3-3 on Crimson for the season, so we're in the decisive week. One Brat with the raid, party of 12. Hello there, all of you. How y'all doing? And say, just in the middle of my fleet climb, so swapping accounts. You all having a good day? Let's switch my screen so I can see a bit better. There we go. We got a kitten raid. Hey, oh, nice one. And say, I think my Pussycat's back here. I think she is. You doing alright, Womp? And yeah, for sure, Hot Utils is a godsend for remodding. Ooh, can I get on here? There we go. Strange, my desktop wallpaper wasn't showing properly. What would be better for team to get after you get Jabba? Sith Empire with Malgus or the Traya team? Well, Malgus you get via Conquest or Proving Grounds, so it depends how you're doing there. Tiny Bubbles, thank you for the follow. Hello there. But yeah, as far as Traya is a solid investment. I stalled on getting Traya on my main account very badly. So I wouldn't advise sleeping on her. If anything, I don't think she'd appreciate it. You know, not polite to sleep on a lady without permission. But yeah, I'm gonna say I wouldn't waste time on her. Hey up, Tass, how you doing? Sith Empire does have some yeah, the Sith Empire as far as Leviathan is definitely worth going for. It really does depend a bit on Malgus though. Like if you have got Malgus, it's definitely worth building the group up. Also, I feel like this list has expanded again. I've added, let me get this right, I've added Zalbar, Mace, Lobot, Ayla since last stream. Ayla, oh hang on, let me get this right. Zalbar and Lobot, they're for TB, we need some platoons. We've lost a member, or we're going to lose a member, so it's like, okay, I've had a cover. But Ayla and Mace, I'm thinking, can I just boost my raid score a little bit more as well? Just try and get a little extra. If we go to Relic 7 Mace, Relic 5 Ayla. That thing where you're getting less return on investment at this point, but equally, they're not bad relics. Well, okay, Ayla's a bad one, arguably, but Mace isn't bad. You calculated it by the time you get Jabba, you should have Malgus with the ship unlocked, and you already have Rem relics. Well, that's sure it's worth going for him then. I mean, I would go down that route, yeah. I think the only reason why I say Traya is it's kind of she's there already, you know what I mean? But if you got, or if you will have Malgus, yeah, for sure Malgus is worth the effort. I think Traya is a good close second though before moving on to another thing. Again, I say that with a bit of personal experience. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where my head is, that she has been good in the raid, so I feel like it's not the worst thing just putting a little bit of extra effort in. Ouch time. Let's do that. Yeah, this guy really likes to give me a hard time in Fleet. Hey Sop, how you doing? Am I gonna lose my bomber here? I'm gonna lose my bomber, aren't I? This is not nice. Ooh. Alright, Slave 1's not taunting again, that's good. Let's just do that. That's freaking basic. I'm gonna lose Mark 6, aren't I? Yep. It's certainly the challenge of the game, for sure. I mean, I'm 12 million at this point, and I feel like I'm kind of on top of a lot of farms right now, but even then, I still feel like I've got a lot of catching up to do. It's absolutely mental. At my end, it's mainly the actual relic levels. You know, I feel like getting a certain team up to a certain relic level helps me with, say, territory battles or the raid or whatever. Whereas for yourself, it's less about that and more about, can I just get these teams up to relic? You know, so totally I get it. Yeah, you're doing brilliant there. I mean, how I see it, free to play. The account I was on before, that was free to play. And I'm about 11 million now. and that I've been playing that since 2019. So for you to be 5 mil, go and say you're doing great. You know what I mean? For those with those characters as well. I think by the time I was 5 mil, I think I had Supreme Leader Kylo, but that was probably it. Probably. I know it was around the time Conquest came out, and I'm pretty sure the first few Conquests I struggled pretty hard. And JML is just brilliant for Conquest. Especially when you gotta cheese some of these feats. I have done all this, haven't I? Yeah, we're all done here today. Yeah, it's kind of where my head's flipping a little bit, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, on this count anyway. Lord Vader, I'm 9 out of 16. Oh, actually, I've just thought it's better if I show you on my squads. A little bit cleaner. So, here we go. This is what I've got right now. Newt's the only one that's not at Rallic. But the difficulty, if you like, is that Padme, Dooku, ARC Trooper, and Gas all require Rallic 8. So it's quite a bump still for those. Compare that to Ahsoka, though, the other one that I've got to do. I need Rallic 9 there, Rallic 8 there, Rallic 9 there, another Rallic 9, yeah, and a Rallic 8 there. So, Ahsoka's definitely the more daunting one, but also I feel like she's more... Oh, she is meta almost, you know what I mean? I don't know. Lord Vader's kind of becoming meta again with the clones, so... That flip-flopping thing in my head, I don't know which way to go. Whichever way I go, I don't mind taking these, well, I say these 3, but getting Huyang done to gear 12, that way at least they're in a good position, but yeah, I might need to think it through how far I go with them. And I don't mind doing Enoch as well, because we've got Peridia Patrol. But it's if I do any of the other things straight away. I haven't actually looked at that unique for a while. Oh, I'll be honest, Grand. I give it to myself. I give an aneurysm to myself. I put a lot of things in front of me to deal with. At some point, I have tried to put them into a list, but I feel like these need to be organised a bit more. It's like I've got projects here, and I feel like they've sort of fallen by the wayside. Like, I want to do Old Ben and take him to R7, but it's hard to justify it. At least the pause to do it, you know. I want to do Iden's Troopers, and I can't pause for that. I'd like to take Baze to Rallic so that I've got a... sorry, not Baze, Saul. Can't do that. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. You talking about Lord Vader after C? Yeah, I think there is a bit of overlap there, if I remember. That was it. It was Dooku, wasn't it? Dooku and Tarkin. There's a little bit of overlap. This Marauder overlaps nicely with Leviathan. Yeah, I feel like Vias and the Imps, they gain relevance in little spurts at the moment. Like, until the start of this season, I didn't realise that they were beating the Great Mothers. So I was sleeping on them a little bit. But I think anything that can take them down is worthy of a bit of attention, you know? Because right now, I say right now, up until then I had been using Malgus, and you're thinking, Malgus is not a nice, clean counter, you know? I mean, I'll correct myself, it does work, it is clean in that sense, but it always feels weird using Malgus because it's like, you want to use him elsewhere, whether it's on another team or even throw him on defense to cause opponents issues. So, yeah. Imps definitely have that little bit of viability. Yeah, Chromium, you're doing great. I mean, it's one of the biggest complaints I hear about GAC at the moment, that it's very hard to climb from the likes of Carbonite, Bronzim up to Chromium, Erodium. You know, it is just rough. But I'm going to say, if you're managing to get through all these very big accounts that have dropped down, you're doing good. Yeah, mods will play a big part. I mean, I think as well, a little bit of DC investment where you can is good as well. I mean, nothing crazy, but just, like, if you see a character that you've got, that can really help. Yeah, even in the lower ends of Kaiba, you can still find people who don't really know what they're doing. And then there are just people who don't care. You know, flat out, they're like, I don't play this game to sweat GAC, I play it just to collect characters, you know what I mean? I'm going to say, I'll take your word for that, T-Max. I don't particularly want to get there to find out. Yeah, I could believe that analogy. You know, you don't know what you're going to pull out of Carbonite. Actually, saying that, T-Max, I've just realised what you're referring to, the Erodium players. I mean, I find it mental that they keep facing each other and end up sort of stabilising in Kaiba 1. For a while, I felt like they need to do a GAC reset. You know, a bit like when they introduced this new format, they sort of put everyone at a certain level based on skill ranking. I feel like that'd be the way to do it. Just reset everything and just restart it. You know, if you're transparent about it, people won't mind. Or at least they won't mind as much. It does to a degree, but I think the argument is that they've made an error, so it does need correcting. Unless there is a way that they can basically get those Erodium players and yoink them out of Kaiba and put them back where they should be. You know, and I don't think you can just do that, but saying that, I don't think they would have thought they could find a way there, so maybe there is a way and we just don't know it. Alright. Okay, yeah, that's valid too, Max. I genuinely did think you were talking about the Erodiums, but yeah, I can believe that. Occasionally you'll get people who trip who You think, how did you trip on that? I suppose it also depends what DCs you might be putting on. You know, like, you talk about an Iden, for instance, maybe it's a Kron that people weren't thinking much about, you know. I get that people in Kaiba 1 should be thinking about it, but maybe there are a few people like me who sometimes are a bit dopey and don't think about it. I hold my hands up, I am dopey. It's why I don't want to be up there, because it is probably a bit too much of a sweat fest for me, but yeah. But yeah, sorry, just to answer your question, Freddy. JMK with lower mods, no DC, beating Leia with better mods in DC. I wouldn't have thought it'd be straightforward, because the thing is, Cat won't be able to get a leap-off cooldown. But depends what the DC for Leia is as well. I wouldn't say it'd be easy if possible, but I wouldn't rule it out. You know, I wouldn't. If the JMK beat the Leia, I wouldn't be calling the JMK player a cheat or anything. But I would be thinking, right, I'm curious how they did it, kind of thing, you know? Okay. I always find it funny when we get these question mark guilds. I'm assuming it's a language issue. Yeah. Essentially just try and get the main threat out. I can't remember Leia's kit off verbatim, but I'm assuming her cooldown manipulation's in the lead. So if you take her out, it's not like suddenly be able to shorten the run down to the leap anyway. Right. Okay, I'm gonna get into this for a minute, okay? Okay. There the ion cannon. I'm gonna have to turn the sound effects on for them at some point. Have I actually got the app around here? Apparently not on hand. Yeah, it must be on my desktop. I'll have to have a look in a bit. Alright, so let's get that back on screen. 12.3 to 13.1 mil, so a little behind there. Data's 314, 367. Omicron's 43 to 52. They've got all the GLs compared to my 7. Relic's 251 to 262. This makes a change. I've got more Relic 9s than they've got, 12 to 8. They've got a lot more Relic 8s than I've got, 13 to 49. 91 to 86 Relic 7s. For some reason they've got a lot of Relic 6s compared to me. 84 to 90 Relic 5s. Maybe the 14 are like TB ones. Okay. Mods, 125 pluses to their 33. 299 to their 158 20s. 456 to 420 15 pluses, so again, we're doing alright there. More rerolls on Datacrons, I'm presuming. I really need clarification on that. No Raver. Okay. They've got Bo-Katan. Very fast fifth brother. Interesting that Grief is that fast as well when there's no boss. Alright, a little bit interesting. Let's see what we're expecting. Okay. Yeah, the mods on characters. They full cleared. So no drops on Queenie, Great Mothers, Gas, or Rey. Try out there. No drops on GG, Finzori, Treya, or DTMG. And no drops on Caloran Beck, JMK, or Jabba. One drop on Fleet on Negotiator. Ooh, that'd be a funny one. Okay, just to keep an eye out there, they have got a level 3 Phoenix Kron. Not doing too much, at least. Again, we don't know if that was after lock-in. Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for that one. I haven't seen anyone do anything with the Focus Datacron, so I don't know if it's bad, but I haven't gone for it myself. Alright, so the North was Jabba, Queenie, Finn, and the Great Mothers. So far, so good. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where to put that. And South. Rey, Ahsoka, Tuskens, Baylan. Alright, so we can have a safe guess that it's going to be Saw, Qui-Gon, here on the back. Yeah, I did have that impression. I mean, I was expecting something on the character walls, so for no drops there, you're thinking, alright, it's probably something bad. You only got Aphra and Boba ones. Yeah, the Boba one, I'm intrigued to see what it does. I think with it being a duo one, there's going to be some potential to it, but it's not like it's a GAC only activator, you know what I mean? Not going to make Dad Bod much better in GAC, you'd have thought, but maybe it'll do something in TW. Maybe. Mission Revive? Might be a sign that I've not read that cron. Yeah, I've heard there's something about the scoring issue again. I don't know who was talking about it. Was it Calvin? I saw a thumbnail about it. I was like, okay. I meant to watch it and I just skimmed it. I don't think they cancelled it, Freddy. I think they've... at last I heard, it's still in the works. I'm debating the Great Mothers, what I'm going to do. Maybe a Raver on it? Don't say you wish, Kit, you wish. Hope you're doing alright, man, by the way. Just had a little thought pop in my head. Maybe we do that. Oh, no. What? Do we want to do that? Maybe. I mean, I'm in an hour and a bit here on the should, but... Go on, we'll do that. We'll do that. Maybe that? Adrad can do them. And then surely it's 1, 2... Wow, I've got GLs left over. Okay, that's not a good sign. Maybe we just play it safer then. Rather than gambling a bit there with Afro, maybe we do... Yeah, maybe we do Slacker on Jabba, do Layer on Ahsoka. I know you don't automatically have to use a Galactic Legend, but you'd think the win rates would go up using them. Right, let's get cracking. No Ezra in this lineup as well. Once again, it's with Rey. That does make this a little bit more comfortable. I think I'm going to do this. You do Rey first. In case I need to do Leia. Okay. Ooh, I've just seen GK there. Can't say I've seen GK in a Rey team since Rey came out. Yeah, that's a fair point. Let's start there. Okay, quote unquote good to know. Let's just aim in the middle. Alright, DI. I'm assuming Kenobi's playing the role of nuisance here. Oh, okay, that was nice. Yeah, that's the role we prefer him in this team. No Datacron as well. You kind of get used to seeing Datacrons that when you don't see them, it's a shock. That was a waste of a special, I know. We cycle turns, it shouldn't be that bad of a thing, but... Alright, Ezrael down. Keep the taunt. Or regain it if we'd lost it. Alright, throw some rocks. Oh, okay. 74. Good start. You return, Ada. Better turn the tide. Darren Malikos just threw some rocks and Rey disappeared. You know, standard stuff. Exactly, just casual 500k damage. It's Terran things. Oh, app right. Cheers, Kit. Oh. Yeah, that's Ahsoka. I'm mulling over if these two are the right pair. The one say Vadrad and Jin. I could do Chirrut and Baze. Oh, who are the 3 and 4 in that team? Ahsoka, Fulcrum, General Syndulla, Huyang, and Padawan Sabine. So, reskin of Hera, reskin of Sabine, Huyang, who's a droid in the Ahsoka series, and Fulcrum. Although Ezra from the Ahsoka show is usually in there. But he just died in the Rey team. Okay, let's give this a go. I'm pretty sure Leia should work here. You know, there's not... It's Ezra that really causes the issues. And they haven't got a Fulcrum Kron, they've only got the Ahsoka Kron. Yeah, Fracture on Leia isn't the worst. Can we just knock some sense into her? Yeah, I'd rather Sabine didn't exist. And let's just pop that on Baze. Cool. Breaking Phoenix, it's a spin-off of Breaking Bad. Why not? That's what we got here, yeah, but Ezra really should be in the team instead of Fulcrum. My assumption is this guy either doesn't know or doesn't care. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really think about Baylan like that. You know, I feel like if someone's using Baylan here, then I kind of would have the attitude of fair play, you know? It's like... I'm not sure I'd be that... How do I phrase it? If it was Ahsoka Ezra, and they were using Baylan, I'd think, alright, that's Baylan used up, versus thinking, alright, I'm going to do this which anything else can beat, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the Aunt Phoenix tags Ada. It's a different character reskin. Yeah, let's run the ad now. So, just for Ada, I don't know if Ada's in the ad or not, but yeah, General Syndulla. In fairness, she's got a nice new jacket. I do like the actual visual difference, if you like. Oh, you can't see the tags. Let me turn me overlay off a sec. There we go. Yeah, so they get the Spectre tag now. Padawan Sabine gets Mandalorian. And Huyang gets droid. I'm going to say, funny little coincidences of the world, isn't it? You know, I've seen Mary Elizabeth Winstead in Birds of Prey, but I can't say I've seen her in much else other than Ahsoka. One of those weird quirks where it's like, I wouldn't have known who she was if she hadn't been in this. Yeah, they've essentially just created a new faction to give Ahsoka a team. Alright, Bane time. Bane and Sass. Let's get some health. 21%. Two down. Yeah, we're going to lose Sass, but I don't really care. Bye-bye, you three. Alright, 65. And then Adrad. Bit of the Rouge one. Let's go for Lando. Isn't a great level 6, but it's bulk level 3, so... Okay, DI. Let's do that. Come on. Just gotta whittle it down. Bye-bye. Alright, let's pass that to Rad. Throw some grenades. Not necessarily buff, but they gain a Datacron, so it's like a temporary buff. For about 3 months, they'll just be a little bit better. Sorry, 4 months, not 3 months. I mean, it's very... It depends what your view is on the Datacron, if it's actually a buff or not. It's obviously better than they were, but how much is debatable. Yeah, as expected. Interesting they've gone Scando there. Alright, so let's clear this wall. Let's start with... You know what? Let's start with BAM. I'm intrigued how this team works. Holding on. I've got the Dr. Aphra Datacron, but I've not been able to actually invest into it yet because we haven't got the Mark II materials. Are we talking about Datacrons there, Ada? I'm a bit confused what you mean about Jedi Bad Batch Scoundrels. Bad idea. Okay. Let's have a look then. I could throw Steel Raver at it. Fire the ion cannons. Yeah. The team I was running originally was Queel and IG instead of Han and Chewie. In theory, would that be better? I know there's counterattacks from IG-11. Potentially. But it isn't that initial burst of TM, is it? Okay. Yeah, I can see the point with Echo. Let's see then. I think I'd rather do C then. Do C there. And... you know what? We'll throw Gungans at that and we'll do JML there. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We don't really need to gamble, do we? We've got quite a lot available, so it's not like I've got to take risks. Right. I have to laugh a little bit, just for the record. It's like, you know, like I'm putting an idea forward and it's like, no! From my side, it's funny. Okay, so let's go Inquisitors. Let's do... I don't know... Akron. What's my Afra? Rallic 7. Afra Jabba. You see, I look at that and I think, oh, hang on a second, what's the Kron in detail here? That's not a bad level 6, actually. Go on, we can afford to do Afra. I actually assumed it was going to be the level 6 that everyone doesn't like. That's why you don't assume things. Alright, let's get HK in here. I want to put Cad in here instead of Gando. Okay, one down. No B2. Where we're going, we don't need B2. Yeah, 63. Alright, so we can then do Slacker here. Oh, wrong one. Yeah. I vaguely remember that from before. Let's just poke you. Oh, we did mass assist. Alright, let's just leap and can we aim at Obi-Wan? That'll do me. Let's poke Echo just for the fact that I don't want to keep dealing with that. And can we AoE in a moment, please? Thank you. Coolio. And now we just gotta let her out. I say that, I think we can let her out with a stun. You know. I forgot for a second. Alright, 65. There we go. Yeah, I did forget for a second, Rufada. Here we go. Can I just Black Star Killer? There we go. I've got a Kron somewhere that's got Dark Side Terminator. I don't want that. Yeah, the one I want, it's... Maybe I'm thinking of my free-to-play. It's gaining Terminator, like specials and all that. Oh well. Let's just do that. Let's do that. I didn't think about that, to be fair. Mugglecron? Nah, it's Rebels. I mean, 65, it's clean. I know you could possibly get more, but that's still fine. Oh, hang on. Okay. This should be friendly to Sith Empire. Yeah, I'm missing tank revive. I've only got a Relic 5 Dark Trooper, and that just makes me frightened of doing Imperial Troopers here. Oh yeah, good point, they got anti-revive. A lot of the time I look at my team and forget what I'm actually facing. Alright, they're all hiding. Any chance we get them to poke their heads out? There's no Merrin, no zombie. Just a very annoying trio of great mothers. Camel. Alright, my dog's gone outside and started barking. Lovely timing. Yeah, we should be alright here. If we can just get a suck off in a minute, we should be fine. There we go. It would be nice if there was some sort of synergy between Doomed and Blessed. Just in the sense of if one of the characters disappeared and the Great Mothers weren't there, the other vanished. You know, so essentially the Doomed mechanic didn't keep impacting you. It's only a small thing, but it would be nice. It's like how I feel like in Fleet Isolate should disappear when you take out... you take over or you remove a Leviathan. Just small little things, like once you've won the mini game, it'd be nice if that part of the game resolved itself. Okay, we've got 14 minutes until another ad break. So, Rayba, Bossnass, JML. Alright, who's going to annoy me? I wish I could say I could do anything other than that. Okay, let's cleanse. I suppose we've got to be grateful that Captain Rex is here. Yeah, C looks like he will be riding the bench. It's a bit of a sad thing to see, to be honest. DC? Hehehe. Can we heal up? $64. That feels brutal. I mean, I wasn't feeling comfortable using my JML on offense, that's why it's on defense right now, but at least it's being used, you know. Here we go. Yeah, of course we didn't need debuffs. I'm going to say Foresight, we didn't need it. Promise. Yeah, can we get a nice mass assist here by any chance? Days will do. Pass that over there. Alright, Zaris, we're going to start giving you a bit of a rough time, love, so brace yourself. Oh, Caloran's decided to be a saviour. Let's do that. Shock, that's what we're after. Yeah, not very helpful, Kiadi. Wilhelm will not save you. And then, yeah. You know what? We're gonna let JML ride the bench. They can do this with what, I think. Let's just double check what the Kron's got. Retaliate. Damage immunity. Whenever a mercenary ally attacks, she assists. Okay. Yeah, I would have been surprised if he had. I think I'd been more concerned if it was a nest cron. Chicken wench. Let's just base it. Sorry, I hadn't switched target then. It should be a good 2-man in terms of banners. I mean, the Soldiers of Fortune on Kira are a little bit concerning, but hopefully we can get her out pretty soon. Right, so that's the protection disruption. There we go. Order 66, anyone? Right, I haven't been scoring them. I'm assuming it was 63, was it there? I'm pretty sure that was 65. And that was 66. Yeah. Oh, I didn't put that in as well. That was 65. One banner out. Unless I dropped a banner on the Malgus battle and I forgot. Either way. Can't change it, so let's just move on. Nothing surprising here. To be fair, I don't think there would be anything too surprising in Fleet nowadays. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, the mark there is not nice. Yep. Okay, no worries, though. Alright, let's drop that. I really wish you could ignore Taunt for the reinforcement. Ugh, okay. Also, the worst reinforcement's already out, so that feels a lot worse. Speed down. Okay, well, I suppose that's... Actually, no, it's probably done the damage there, hasn't it? As far as it's got the retribution out. At least Daze is on the board. I've lost 2 ships, though. Dropped it from, what, a 74 to a 72? Yeah, that's fair. I think I just prefer to be clean, you know. Best practice, all that. Yeah, not much I can do there. Let's just get you out. Alright, so is it 72 or lower? 66? Wow, I was miles out. It's a sign I don't know what my numbers are. We'll do this, but I'm over-reinforcing for the simple fact I have lost this recently. Actually, saying that, by starting does feel slightly better. Okay. We get factional. Alright, that's good, that's good. Let's send that in. Yeah, don't use it unless I have to. Said it last time, I think. You bring reinforcements in to not use them with this battle. Like paying tax to RNGesus. Exactly, yeah. There we go. Alright. I'm doing my damnedest here to get the last fleet battle done before the outbreak starts. Let's see if we can wing it. Alright, 75 is that? Yeah. Yeah, nice and easy this one. I was actually disappointed last time when this went down from 74 to I think 72 or something. Just some random RNG happened. Right, let's do that. I've just noticed they started comeuppance. I'm not saying it like, oh, that's made a big deal, but it's weird. Right, 75, better than that normal. 1835. Nice clean round. And we got just under 90 seconds until the ad break. Not bad, eh? Yeah, I mean, it was just weird that last round when I did lose that counter. Even now, I can't really put my finger on what happened. There we go. Yeah, I was going to say, the fact that comeuppance started, that was a lot easier. I don't know what they were thinking, to be fair. I didn't lose Kai'M into Radis, I dropped banners. Like, you should get 74 on it, and Yeah, for whatever reason, I didn't get 74. It's like I had a few bad hits or something. Don't forget, this is a couple of days ago. Perhaps a little bit bold, yeah. I don't know where my wallpaper's gone. I'll have to work that out. Alright, let's get in again. Oh, I can see it's swapped them round. Just notice it's on my second monitor. That's how I got confused. Right, let's get this ready. Ad break's running on Twitch. I don't actually know who I'm facing this round. Who are you? Xenod. Sounds like a Power Rangers villain. Might be a little bit irrelevant, but I feel like I do need as many wins as I can get right now. When you've got all the incoming content, if you like. I feel like I need every crystal I can get. Like Conquest next week. You know, that's... Even though you get like 2,000 from GAC, it always feels like Conquest drains my crystals. Just the amount of refreshes they ask for you. Alright, so... Free to play, Crimson versus Xenod. That guild name meant to be called Shill? Okay, whatever. Yeah, so 11.3 for this account, 12.6 for them. 287 Zetas to 337. Omicron's 37 to 39. They've got all the GLs to my 6. We're missing Jabba, Leia, and Ahsoka. Relics, 184 to 259. Then, let's see, 4 Relic 9s to 22. 15 Relic 8s to 33. 82 Relic 7s to 59. So, yeah, at least I've got a number of 7s. We're behind on the mods, that's not surprising. 54 to 64 on the 25s. 210 to 301 on the 20s. 372 to 633 on the 15s. Can't help but think, right, that the reason this number, the 25s, is so low comes down to Jabba. You know, it's a sign of Smuggler's Run just not being in play at the moment. But yeah, more Datacron rerolls. They have got Afra, Jar Jar. Very fast Luthen 366. Very fast DTP and Saw. Okay. Ah, okay. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, I knew it was a weird battle. I mean, like I say, we won it. It was just... Yeah, like I say, it kind of threw the entire curve of the battle as normal off, didn't it? But yeah, I wouldn't say I was tilted by the end of that round, but I was frustrated because a lot of the battles had felt like that, where what is normally a straightforward counter got messy, and you're thinking, yeah, say a 65 was becoming 63 more often than I would have liked. I can't remember, did I win the last round? I don't think I did. Oh no, I did. I think I did. God, I'm spinning around like crazy. Yeah, I won the last one. They didn't really attack. Okay. Anyway, this is what we're expecting. Let's see what they've done. Okay, cleared all but fleet. No drops on Queen Amidala, Gas, JMK, or Ray. Nothing on the Murder Bears, Phasma, Benzori, or Trench. Nothing on DTMG, GG, or Dash. Okay. I'm not sure what I was expecting with that team, to be fair. And yeah, they just haven't touched ships yet. Well, let's have a look through the walls. Jabba, Qui-Gon, Saw, Leia. That matches. Level 6 that we expect. Down here we've got Rey, Blacker, not Kenobi, and not the Great Mothers. Reva, that's it, and Ahsoka. So yeah. What is it? It's 5 GLs on defense that we can see. I can't see Queenie. It makes me wonder if they put Queenie on the back wall. We've got Bane. Bane can do... Well, I say can do. He should be able to do Slacker. Ufu's again on Rey. I know Slacker versus Ahsoka with Ezra is not safe, but we'll give it a go. Just move up a man. We've got Lord Vader on Jabba. Now we're in tricky territory. That's almost demanding a different counter. With Leia. I'm wondering if I can afford to see Bayonet. I just don't know what could do Slacker. I mean, in my head, I would love JML to be able to do it. But I don't have faith. I think Malgus can be put there. Great Mothers are on defense. We've got Imperial Troopers. Bad Batch can have a go at Qui-Gon. I'm thinking maybe CLS can do Saw. Let's double check. There is Caloran back in there. maybe swap to Inquisitors then. I mean, if this Bat Wall's what we see, then I could always do Bad Batch there. So yeah, it's just navigating these GLs that's the slight issue. I mean, I wonder if it's possible to multi-shot that with something like a bit how Osprey said, see Traya and then maybe JML Cleaner. The Raycom, it's no Ezreal. There we go. Oh, hang on, my cam's in the way, sorry. Okay. I mean, 70%'s better than, well, probably what I was thinking. Very rare I go for the front, for the top wall first, but I think it could be worth giving that a go out of the game. Oh, I've just realised it can't be Sortie on the back wall. Sortie's not there. I'm glad I caught that. I'll put that there for now, but we don't know what it is. So, let's see. City Prayer, Savage Nihilus, and Talon. Okay. I'll say it again, Sion just really needs a buff. Alright, let's give this a go. I was going to say, are there any strategy, like, specific things I need to do, like isolate specific targets? Because I am going into this fairly blind. Alright, let's go for it then. Yeah, not looking like this. Very weird seeing K2 there. I know that does nothing, just to be clear. I'm going to isolate you just because I feel like it. Maybe we do layer, I don't know. Right, at least they're not going for C. Okay. They stand in Savage. Let's get Drogon linked. Alright, I know that's weird, but I'm kind of glad we linked old Ben there, because him not taunting... yeah. You see what I mean? K2 getting that taunt then? That was irritating. Yeah, Mom. Would be really nice to get her down before she gets an ult. Come on. Just get going. Get rid. Oh, you little bobbing. Ah, this is irritating. This is not nice. We can get Drogon with this, but now it's a full reset. Might as well get K2, I guess. One minute 30, damn, this time has gone fast. I'm gonna hold it. And just hope that Nihilus doesn't die. Oh, of course they're targeting Nihilus. Why wouldn't they? I just need Artie to poke his head out. Nope, nope. Oh, you picking. Maybe. In my head, I felt like R2 was a bigger priority. I had to try and hold it in case we got him. Yeah, just get rid there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Auto. Alright, old Ben back. Should have thought about that. Yeah, we've got too long to go for the revive as well. Not the revive, for the insta-kill. Alright. Small amount of progress. So we haven't got to deal with the initial damage of Drogon. I don't think this is clean, but I'd like to think there's something in it. Not the biggest bump to protection, but it is a bump. Alright. Need to whittle it down a bit, so Armor Shred seems a good call. Done the sides. Let's pass that to Revan. Now, I could pass a turn back to Cal, but I'm thinking let's hold that. Do just let an R2 take a turn. There we go. Okay. Yeah, again, let's get some armor shred. Just means if we're hitting them and it's not true damage, we're doing something at least. Pass that to Hoda again. All right, she's gone. Cool. Let's pass that to Hoda. Pass that to Raven even. I know it's a cleanup, but if we can just recover some banners here. Okay. Alright, one down. And that does enable the rest of the plan, so I can live with that. I'm putting 51 down for the fact that's what we gained across the 2 battles. Yeah, let's go back down south and start dealing with this lot. You know something I don't there, so I can't really comment. Alright, it's bonus turns rather than the crit avoid crit chance, so I feel like that goes our way a bit. I mean, we're at 20. A little bit early, but I'm thinking it does give us the rocks again. And Fulcrum's not tickling us every single turn. Okay, good. Again, we haven't got to deal with Cal. Only downside is I can't get this inspired off Ray. Right, let's go over there and delete. Oop. We're hanging in, hanging in. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we got the rocks back or not, but I thought we're deleting them. 63 I'm taking. Alright, next up, Blacker on Ahsoka. Alright. I'm actually going to send that over on Sabine. Alright, we got Sabine. Alright, we're exiled. That's not fun. Yeah, I could really do with the turns for Slacker. Alright, we got one. You know, he smacks hard for a droid. I don't know how bad or good that might be, Sopper. Panodrama. That's what it's called. He's no BT1 though. He might have hands, but he's no BT1. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. If by some minor miracle I can actually get a kill with Rey, that'd be very nice banners. Yeah, like I say, I just don't want to kill her. I want to try and get her in a position for Rey to kill. Although the lower this clock goes, the more I'll be less bothered about it. Yeah. I knew that I'd call the assist. I didn't know the mechanics, I'll be honest. I thought because Rey did the ability, it might still trigger the revive, but obviously not. It has to be Rey who gets the kill. Alright. At least I know. I didn't even count the banners there because I was kind of bummed by it. That'd be 54? Yeah. Alright, Bane. We need the second to die fast, don't we? Sorry, my headphones have died. Oh. I was going to do set, and I'm thinking set's not right. Oh, this side. Maybe we use Scion. Or maybe Vader. Yeah, Vader's at least got damage. Alright, suck again. Alright, that's concerning. Less concerned now. Oh, ad break. Didn't realise we were nearly at one. Alright, we'll hold off for a minute just until everyone's got back. What was the team? Malgus? Yeah, Malgus for this. Yeah, I think that's the one to go for. I think it was last time that I got absolutely obliterated using this. I think, 7th and oh no, it was... No, it was Darth Revan and Bastila who got obliterated. I somehow managed to keep going with just Malgus and Malak. Not so fun times. Alright, let's go in. You say that I don't care about you, but not anymore. 'Cause you forgot about it. All you wanna do is fight. I'm still a bit wary of 8. Only after last time. Yep, same as last time. Damn it. Actually, I did stuck off the wrong one to begin there. Ugh. Yeah, being a little bit inefficient here. Alright. We got Grand. Yeah, this is like a carbon copy the other day. I don't know if I need to do some remodding, because DR and Bastila shouldn't be dying that quick. I mean, is it a Relic 5? Yeah, it's Relic 5/8. It's not like it's some crazy beefy relic. Just seeing all those exposes stacking up, you kind of saw it coming. Alright, one down. 5th isn't exactly danger here. Yeah, this one's ripped banners off me. Alright, 55, I mean, that was horrendous. Great Mothers. I had a feeling they'd be back here. And Queenie. Yeah, that's a problem. We can do imps on the Great Mothers. But because I used C and Treya, I'm really light now on a counter to Queenie. Say light, I can't think of a counter. Yeah, give them the due. This is almost like a perfect trap wall. I do need Lord Vader here. Saying that. I wonder if there's merit in trying Night Sisters. The obvious reason why not is the Cron disables health and protection recovery. But the flip side is, if I can free up Lord Vader, then I can use that on Queen Amidala. I mean, I don't think that does too much, but yeah, up to 226 nasty. Let's give it a go. Feel free to say it though, folks. I have a bad idea. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, we should be able to turn me a train a bit here. Oh, okay. Typical, typical. That was cruel. That was cruel. Okay, we're pretty much out here. I mean, I'll carry on for just see if we got a way through somehow, but I think this is the bit where it is over. Can't use Piat, so it's got to be Thrawn, Rogard. I'm now remembering why we don't use Vader. Right, we got the buff immunity. Crazy how much TM this team gets, though. Alright, we got Bush out. Let's just fracture Chrysanthemum so it doesn't do any annoying things. A little wary of using that special because I know that it removes Termite, which means they gain protection up, but I was thinking at the very least it might keep the fracture on Chrysanthemum a little. Alright, not nice. We've got 5 stacks. Let's pump. Another ult, okay. Again, I'm going to fracture Chrysanthemum. Got 2 minutes 40. Like always, it's slow, but I feel like we've still got time. Yeah, let's just pull auto from here. I think the AI can handle it. Okay, but actually Jabba was very kind there. Didn't go for, well, a unit that could die. Yeah, I think we're okay as far as Lord Vader's ramped, but I'm more bummed right now that I don't feel like we've got a clean answer to Queen Amidala. Let's just do that for now. And let's put that on Chewbacca. Blind do we can. Okay, days on 3-pack is not ideal. Quite mildly. Okay, can we hit door again? Luthen, you've been a pain. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so that isn't a counter. We'll keep that in our mind. Okay. Let's see where this one's going. A little bit insulting how powerful that is, actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call this one. Because even though I can get through these two, you know, I've got Bo-Katan, I've got Veers. I just don't have anything for the Queen. Which is a bit of a bummer. Okay. Didn't seem insistent on going for anyone but Qui-Gon. Until now. Okay, that's irritating. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. I've made too much of a mess here, so let's call it. They've got the night off doing fleet. Alright, again, it's a bit of a bummer. My crystal income's not the greatest at the moment, but what can you do? Okay. Let's launch a raid. Let's see where we're off to. And so we got RSG. Actually, to be honest, RSG is the only one. Or at least the only one I know, anyway. So let's head off there. Alright, folks. Quick thank you to Tiny Bubbles for the follow. Alright, we'll be back now, let me see, tomorrow night. So yeah, let's say do round 2 then, and yeah. Until then, folks, enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, bye for now.